Frankie's still looking a little bit naked. Good afternoon, Internet. It is 2:45 in the afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mongolia. My dear, sweet Frankie. This is how I left her. Most of my luggage, and this is what I brought in the plane with all the parts. And of course the rear suspension. You can see it is missing right now. So it feels kind of weird to be back in Mongolia, where Frankie has been hibernating without me. But yeah, I'm also of course really excited to be back. And I have a suitcase full of parts. One of the main things is of course the suspension. Of course, when I left Mongolia, we took out the suspension and I brought it back, brought it to a specialist in Germany. It turned out that, I don't know if you remember, but we put like an extra sock around the suspension for protection, and that actually caused it to overheat, and that's what caused the failure of the suspension. See, there is the suspicious puddle, and then I looked up and you see the whole sock, which is around the rear suspension, is soaked in oil as well. But besides the suspension, there is more work that's going to be done. And guess who is going to also be reunited with Frankie after 2 years? It is Moritz! If you are new to my channel or haven't seen the first episodes of this season, Moritz is an expert in building old Yamahas, and he built me this motorcycle in Germany 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's a special Ténéré from 1987. Same age, but it's about 5 days younger than you, I think.
Yeah, I am 5 days older than this motorcycle. I started this journey in Istanbul with the bike, then I rode here through Turkey, then I went into Iraq, quickly went into Iran, back into Iraq. I crossed Kuwait, then did a loop around Saudi Arabia towards the Emirates. I had a small side quest here in Yemen and on Socotra. Then I shipped the bike from Dubai to Karachi in Pakistan. I crossed Pakistan all the way to the north, made a loop here, went into Afghanistan, then Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, here into the west of China. And then I entered Mongolia here, and I rode all the way until the capital of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar, with nearly 30,000 kilometers on the clock now. And I left the bike here to wait out Mongolian winter, but now it's time to bring her back to life. Moritz is going on a holiday in Mongolia, but before he's going to ride around Mongolia himself, he's gonna have a look at Frankie and see how much I tortured Frankie.
Yeah, but it's looking still really good.
That's good to hear. Good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I was kind of scared that you were going to say, what did you do to her?
And I like the shape here. You see what you did? All the colors gone.
That's my boots.
30,000 kilometers boots and off-road. Really looking good, and really no dent on the gas tank.
Only, I think the only damage is, yeah, and here.
Ah, yeah.
That's because of
the handlebar.
Because of the handlebar.
Extensions.
It's a little better. Not sure if I can shift. He said the door's open. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I told you, right?
How did you handle it?
Yeah.
My right hand.
I know, it's so tough, the clutch. See, I did exactly how you told me.
Yeah,
that I took this and I put the cylinder up, everything.
A sock with oil in the exhaust.
Yes.
against oxidation.
Exactly.
It's really good.
I followed all the instructions for hibernation.
Because the suspension was
Oh.
completely gone. Maybe
Or
when you put
no,
the
then
suspension
it will
off,
go
yeah,
up.
Yeah, because
I think. Or it is a little bit bent, no?
no, it's good.
Okay.
Good again. There's one more spring here.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a spring normally.
Yeah.
A second one for getting the brake back. You don't get a big stone. About all these kilometers.
No, but these are those original Dakar rims
Yeah, but they are really
from
good.
1986, I think, right?
Yeah, before. I think before.
Or before, but 1984, I can't remember. Super strong. Nothing. No.
It's an old stock part. It's new, really thick here and really strong.
And they were built as a spare for a Dakar race.
I think so, yeah.
Drobeck est tombé et s'est luxé l'épaule. Vassar, Rigoni, Albaret ont passé un contrôle à l'envers. Mais à quelques kilomètres du départ, ce sera la chute et l'abandon. Il représentait le dernier espoir de Yamaha.
We take the carb out because you see what's inside there. Tomorrow I bring my lamp. I thought here's more light. You see here inside what's going on here?
No.
But maybe you see in my finger. This is all
Is it grease?
dirt and sand and whatever.
Oh, that's at the intake.
Yeah.
This is like a pop-up workshop, Moritz. Here we have the suspension all fixed up and then tools. Here are a lot of the parts that we're gonna use, but first the suspension. It's quite hardcore working like this on the floor, eh, Moritz?
It's okay. We have a carpet.
We
not,
do it.
It's not straight on the floor. We have the red carpet.
We have the red carpet. That is really nice.
It's a bit tricky today with half of the tools demounting an engine.
Yeah, it's creativity is necessary.
If
So-
there's more grease on it.
What is happening? Trying to get the engine out.
Yeah, it is an easy way when you don't want to have all the weight in. So I put it out, incomplete, and then the engine is out. There we go.
So the reason that we're taking out the engine is because we're gonna change the piston. So if you've missed this, but somewhere in Kuwait, my air filter was not positioned properly. So then in Saudi Arabia, I sucked up a lot of sand, and as soon as I reached Pakistan, I started to really consuming oil, and that just became worse and worse and worse. So that was an escalating problem. So at the end, I had to fill up oil every 250 kilometers. I had to top up.
Your country?
Oil. Yeah. But now I have better air filters because that also happened with an aftermarket air filter because they don't make the originals anymore. And that aftermarket air filter didn't really fit properly. But on eBay, I managed to find 5 original air filters. But yeah, then the damage was already done. So I don't want to keep on topping up and burning off so much oil. So I thought, okay, let's see if Moritz can change the piston. Oh, it's still connected on...
Yeah, it's just...
There goes Frankie's heart.
What's out?
Ready for surgery.
Okay. That's why the clutch doesn't work. And you need so much power. The regulation is not right. Of course, I brought the engine in the right position. The piston is on top and the valves are closed before.
So Moritz, how many engines of an XT600 do you think you have rebuilt in your life?
When I think about 50 a year. In the beginning it was not so much, but now it's about 70 a year. Just complete engines, and you calculate it with 30 or 35 years. Yeah, there will be
2,000, 2,500.
it's a piece of wood.
There's wood.
Piece of wood. Ah, there is the wood.
Yeah.
I just had to turn it to take the other screw out. We have not the right tools, but this is okay. It's kind of improvisation. And the head is really good. Look, perfect.
Okay, that's good news.
Everything is looking perfect. The clearance of the left intake valve was not right for a long time. Yeah? The intake was, the external was much better, you see?
How do you see that?
There is, it's concave inside. Here also, there's
It's
a
not
bit
straight.
of pitting on the right intake valve on the top. The outside is really brilliant. The inside, there was too much clearance for a while. And now you see the oil burner. This is an oil burner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see some scratches all over. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
rest.
no
And you
surprise.
see also the valves. Yeah, lots of oil here. Oil coke on it. The burning is good. The relation between petrol and air is really good. Sometimes it's really black, only black or only white.
Ah, okay.
This is totally okay.
This is okay.
Yeah. If you check the oil every 200 kilometers and fill it in, you can reach a place
I can
really
keep
far
going,
away.
but
You
it's-
could keep going 50,000 kilometers with it. But if you don't do it, if you sometimes you forget it,
Yeah.
then it's gone.
Yeah.
Check. And then be careful. Piston. Zack. You see here how many dust and sand
Yeah.
on that part
Yeah.
the piston eats, yeah?
The scratches. Oh, you can see the lines. Yeah.
You see?
I see them.
Mostly on the top here.
Yeah.
A lot of scratches. Not stuck completely, but lots of... This is all 1 cent piece of sandstone here. You see every scratch. And it's not on the piston anymore because it's polished again. Inside the cylinder. This is not so strong, that material. So it's getting polished. You see here how it's washed out. Otherwise you see every XT is leaking oil on that place after 10 years. Don't care about kilometers. If there are 5,000 or 10,000, everybody is leaking here. It's the age of that rubber part, rubber seal. And with the gasket maker, it stays dry forever, nearly 3 pieces. The mark always on the top. You see, T50 is 0.5 millimeter oversize. So it's 95.5. It's the first oversize for an aftermarket piston. And they mounted forwards. What? Yeah, they mounted in the forward direction. You see? And now this washer plate is on steel, on aluminum.
So Moritz is working on the clutch. Turns out that the clutch actually wasn't regulated properly, and also they put the order, last time I changed the clutch, they put the order in wrong. It's still okay, but if you leave that too long, it will also start damaging things inside. So I'm super happy that Moritz is checking all these things. So, and in the meantime, while Moritz is working on that, I want to show you something else. Because you may remember that when I entered Iraq, my tablet fell off and I rode over the tablet and completely destroyed it. It's time to... Oof. Oh no! When you're in countries like that, when there's a language barrier, and well, I was in the north of Iraq, a lot of people said, oh, just get a new one or have it repaired, but that's really impossible when you're on the road like that and you need specific equipment. I was like, there's no way. So then I changed to just navigating on my phone, which was okay. I mean, I managed until my phone also fell off. Not the best start of the day. And then had the cracked screen, had that repaired in China. But anyway, in the meantime, I was thinking, okay, navigating with the phone, the small phone was not really great. Such a small screen. Now I am trying again. I go back to the tablet. So sometimes I change. I would try this for a while and then I go back. But I'm now using a new tablet, which is lighter and a little bit smaller than the previous one, because with the other tablet, it was actually too heavy and it was constantly falling off. And anyway, so now I'm trying something new. So this is the tablet. It's just an Android, so I can just put my navigation app in here. Usually I navigate with this app. I think it looks pretty nice. At least for me, it's gonna be very nice because I have a big screen. But for the viewers at home, this will kind of probably be your point of view from my helmet camera. I think you'll see something like this. So you can't see my windshield anymore, which is behind here. But at least I can definitely see very well where I'm going. So let's see if this is gonna work out a little bit better. See, this is how it looks like from the front. Frankie's still looking a little bit naked. We're just using this opportunity to really deep clean Frankie. All of this, the wiring. Moritz also found out, wait, which wire was almost in the chain? The grounding wire.
The ground, yeah.
Half gone. Can I see it from here or not?
It's inside. I fixed it now.
Ah, you fixed it.
I fixed it here. It's really inside. The chain eats half of the wire. Because we fitted everything with zip ties, but when you remove the other wiring loom, it doesn't fit anymore the same place, and then it went in the chain. Went in the chain, okay. Because yeah, the wiring was fit perfectly when I of course left, but if you remember what happened in Iraq, Frankie is stolen. Frankie is stolen. They cut all my wires. Can you believe that? What a bunch of... And then the changing of the wiring loom, all the wires were on a different place. One kind of got away and was almost eaten by the chain. So luckily it was only the grounding wire and it wasn't eaten completely. But we're gonna use this opportunity to check up on all of this and make it all nice and tidy. You want this one? You can have it. Yeah, but it's really hard to find them.
Yeah.
That's why. Ah, no, we take a grease now. Open the...
It's better?
The metal.
The green one?
Yeah, don't use it. Take it as a spare. We have an open...
You will not have one grain of sand. Airbox back. Okay, testing. Let's do this. Good girl. She's a good girl. Okay, it's time for a little test ride. Moritz is renting this bike for his trip in Mongolia. He will go on his own trip. But The chain is on. We still need to change the front sprocket, but it's so tight that we need to just go to a workshop to have them loosen it. Do you have the front sprocket? Yeah. You have it? And we're gonna clean the bike, so see if we can find a car wash. Woo! The first meters on Frankie again after a long time. I really have to get used to it a little bit again. After riding the big sister, the T7, Frankie feels, well, very different of course. But she feels good. The engine also sounds very good. You can definitely notice a difference after having the piston changed. Oh, it's a bit windy. Ooh, wow. You see the dust in the distance? It's like a little bit of a sandstorm going on. Definitely can notice that I have suspension again. That is definitely a big improvement. Yeah? Hi. We're just stripping Frankie a little bit so we can really clean underneath and get all the wiring clean. Just everywhere we make a pop-up workshop. Now our workshop is here. There we go. Some decreaser. So Frankie is completely clean, all the wires are clean, so now it is time to finish the last bits and bobs, and one of them is also to fix my tail light, or actually both the lights, the normal light and the brake light of the tail light are both now working. But at least everything looks a lot cleaner now. And what are you spraying?
Yeah, just lubricating all the moving things a bit.
See, now we can properly see the wiring. We can actually see the colors again, because before all the wires looked brown. My spare parts are still here. Spare levers, spare gear shifter, spare, what's it called, ignition coil.
I put everything in the right place back again. The second CDI is there now.
Okay.
And I will switch from the emergency wiring loom to the original wiring loom, because now the spare CDI is in. And here you see dust in everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you see it's gone.
Both gone, yeah.
This is gone. You see?
Yeah.
Then everything will work.
We are making progress through the checklist. I can't read this is German. Just in case you are wondering, where are we working? Because it all seems like a bit of a random place. The people that own the Yamaha dealership here in Ulaanbaatar, they also have this place. And they're now, it's all a little bit under construction, and I think they're building a guest house here. Basically, the Yamaha dealership itself is downtown Ulaanbaatar, and they have a workshop there, but of course they are working themselves in the workshop. So they actually said, okay, we'll prepare like an area for you to work on your bike where it's quiet and you have all the space. So that's why we're working here. So it's really nice of them. And now actually the mother of the lady who runs the dealership, she now prepared us some lunch, which is so nice. So we're now gonna go upstairs where there's the little coffee shop and then see what food she prepared for us. Oh, it smells very good. Oh wow, look at this. This looks yummy.
Yeah. This one is salad.
Ah, some salad.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is this more salad?
it's amazing.
Maybe I try it tomorrow.
Thank you. How you say thank you in Mongolian? Bayala. Bayala. Bayala.
Bayana.
Bayala. This is the end result. Everything is nice and tidy. I know exactly where my spare cables are, how to switch everything. Everything is color coded. Yay, Frankie! Thank you for everything. Bye. Oh, they were so nice. Bye. Really lovely people. They didn't want to charge me anything. Nothing. Also the parts, the oil, for letting us use everything. So lovely. There's Moritz coming. Ah, there I am, riding on Frankie again. Yeah, and the weather has completely changed. A cold front came in. Of course, I have a feeling that I am destined to be cold in Mongolia. Now, the weather can change so quickly here. And yeah, even in summer you can have a cold front. So it's a bit chilly now, but still okay. Anyway, the main thing is that Moritz fixed up Frankie really well, and I'm just super happy that everything is running like it should, and he checked everything, and yeah, it gives me a lot of confidence, which is important because I'm heading for the Gobi desert, and yeah, that's no joke. So you want to be able to really have full trust that everything is running like it should. So I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I am reunited. So that was it for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Oh, subscribe down below. And then I'll see you in the next video. Let the adventure continue.